While we're waiting, Douglas, let me see. I want to make sure we covered everything because I did take notes. Mm. Oh, here's something people don't want to talk about that I make them mad when I say this. Keep that same energy when you wanted to fight the man when a gangbanger comes in your neighborhood and deletes somebody's child. Keep that same energy when a drug dealer is selling drugs to somebody's mother. Because what I see is that we celebrate beating up white people. We celebrate doing something to get back to the man, but we don't have that same energy when it comes to getting rid of the adversary who looks like us. We don't have that same energy and vigilance when it comes to telling those people who selling drugs to somebody's mother and somebody's child. We don't bum rush their house and beat them up and tell them to stop. We don't tell the people who's shooting. I come from Louisville, Kentucky, so I saw it so much that it was heartbreaking. All these people wanted to be mad about George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and I get it. And emotionally charged, they want to tear up their whole neighborhood. But you did not break into the drug dealer's house. You know who he is. Everybody knows who he is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's it's true. It's so sad. What a lot of American men are doing. I mean, a lot of the American people are doing. A lot of black men are doing. A lot of black people, what they're doing. The black men going around murdering people. Like, how fucking dare they? How fucking dare they? They deserve death. But nobody's giving it to them.
Right. And nobody's stopping them. They know where they live. They know who they are. Do you remember that time our whole family almost got hurt because we actually were neighborhood watch and we didn't just let stuff happen in our neighborhood?
Yeah.
They watch people murder people. They know who the drug dealers are. This is crazy to me. But you won't do anything to stop it. You won't tell on anybody. Oh, I'm not a snitch. Oh, okay. But let's let a white cop do something to a black man. All of a sudden, you're gonna snitch real hard. But you can't snitch on that person that's deleting people in your community. It's gotten so bad where I come from that it used to be a code where they will only fight each other. The gangbangers will only fight each other. Drug dealers will only fight each other. Now they're deleting children. They're deleting women in a broad daylight, and nobody was speaking about it.
Yeah, in the daylight, people see it. People see it. And we know who it is. People know who it is. We can point them out, but nobody will stop them. Nobody will even stop them. And okay, so they're usually the same ones who are pimping out our women, and all these men who are all these celebrities and YouTube speakers and personalities that are talking about, hey, I'm a pimp. Like, how fucking dare they? Real talk. Like, that's murder. That leads to murder. That is murder. They need to be dealt with. All these men who are pimping our women, it is, if you talk to some of those prostitutes, if you find out what's actually happening with them, those so-called pimps, those ones who are whoring out our women, the ones who are have our women in sex slaves, trafficking our women, those are also the murderers. They're also the ones that are dealing illicit drugs, the real hard drugs, the heroin, the crack cocaine, and the such, and they're giving it to those prostitutes and having those prostitutes to sell for them, and people will see those drug dealers go and start killing people, and then those drug dealers' associates go and start killing people. Drug dealers, those drug dealers are also the pimps. They're often the same people, not always, but they're often the same people, and they're also the murderers, and they need to be dealt with, like for real. And but then, like you said, okay, we're going to celebrate that a bunch of a few Europeans, 3 of them being women, eight people in total that weren't armed, got hit and not harmed that much. They weren't armed. They got hit a little bit, and that's the celebration. Like, and God brought us together to do that shit. but didn't bring you together to stop the murderer
in your own community, didn't bring you
Yeah.
together to stop the people from selling drugs. Oh, the ancestors couldn't help you do that, right? The ancestors couldn't help you create businesses so that our people can have jobs. The ancestor didn't inspire you to start a school so that your children don't have to be indoctrinated at a Rothschild funded school or a Soros funded school. The ancestors did not empower you to do anything that would support and help and build up your people, but the ancestors empowered you to go beat up a group of Caucasian people. Give me a break.
Right.
A break.
And a small group of them. Like, what are you doing? What is this even about? What are y'all talking about, man? This is people getting on Facebook trying to, cussing at me and getting smart aleck with me and being disrespectful because I had a question about what happened in Alabama. Like, I don't care what you know. Excuse me.
No. It's mind-boggling when I saw even like people that I have like high level respect for, like, preachers and ministers, and people can take a break and laugh and joke, but when they just kept going on and on and on, like, yeah, the ancestors, they inspired us, we knocked that, we whooped that tail, we did that, and I was like, is this what we've come to? We're really going to glorify. I mean, okay, maybe you had a laugh or two, but I don't get it. Maybe because I'm older, I'm serious, but I just don't understand it. I don't understand how this is something to celebrate.
I wanted to I just want to throw a little shade on the guy who calls himself Tariq Nasheed, who is involved in this situation, pumping this situation up and spreading it around and everything. So we thought that he was going to be our help, but he tells us not to vote. He says that, no, he's not telling us to start our own government. He's not telling us to run our own candidates. He's telling us stay in this government, stay in the position, the same power dynamic that we're in, and just don't vote at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's not an idiot. He acts like an idiot. No, he is some type of paid agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's some type of paid agent.
As are most of them, like that brother Polite. Yeah, he was a paid agent telling everybody to practice polygyny, which I don't have a problem with polygyny, but he was a paid agent that ended up tricking people, stealing their money, and getting arrested. I actually saw a trial where they were indicting him. So a lot of these people that's online, acting like they're the savior and they got all the answers for so-called Black people, and how we need to come together and work together under their umbrella. They're paid agents, they're felons, a lot of them are, and they trick women. If I could tell the story, like about a famous person, a YouTube person that everybody talks about, that's going to start a school, and how much they love him and how he's all for the people. Listen, if I could talk about all these men and how they've tried to do certain things to me, this woman, that woman, and of course, people are gonna say men will be men, but all I'm saying, all these people acting benevolent online, trust me, they gutter Negroes that take your money and haven't done anything of significance with that money that I can see.
Mm-hmm. And I come from the perspective of a man, knowing that men do men stuff, right? But at the same time, I don't stand for what these guys are doing. All those people that call themselves the conscious, whatever that is, the conscious community leaders, again, they're all felons. A good portion of them are felons, murderers of Americans, so-called Black people, paid agents, high Masons or some level Mason, which is okay to have Masonic knowledge.
Yeah.
But they're in the same organization of the people who are oppressing us. And I'm not saying the people as in the nation of people who are oppressing us. I'm saying the group of people who are oppressing us, the people who are at the top who are killing everybody, or whatever the censored word we can use for that's harming everybody. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're in that same group, that same organization. All this to say that I don't like a good portion of them. All those so-called conscious community folk, not the I'm talking about those men leaders. They were brought here, I think, to deceive us and to lead us astray. But I mean, that's a conversation